Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meredy. I am a first year 4th grade teacher. I wanted to come on here and reintroduce myself because when I started this channel I was still just, in school trying to become a teacher, and I just wanted to share my experiences that I had as an education major leading up to becoming an educator. And then now I've got my first teaching job, which is still mind-blowing. I feel like every single time I say it out loud, or every single time I'm in my classroom setting it up, I'm just like, this cannot be real. This cannot be my classroom, because I've been working so hard to become a teacher and I've been wanting it for so long. I mean, literally ever since I was a little girl, I have wanted to teach. I've just always been really drawn to it, and like throughout my education, every experience I've had has just reiterated that this is what I want to be doing and where I want to be. And so I'm so excited that you're all here and that I'm able to share my journey with you guys. So I live in Utah. My husband and I have been married for about 2 years. We have a little dog named Scout. He's a mini golden doodle and he is currently 17 weeks old, so he's still just a little puppy. And I am trying to do my best to just share all of my experiences that I am having as an education student and now as a first year teacher. So I still have not graduated. I will be graduating in December. So I'm going to be doing my student teaching and starting my first year as a full-time teacher simultaneously. So I signed a special contract with my school and with my university, so like the school I teach at and with my university, that basically states that I will still complete all of my assignments. I will still complete all of my observations. I just won't have a mentor teacher in my classroom. There will be an instructional coach at the school that works with me, and my co-teacher, who also teaches 4th grade, will play the role of my mentor teacher for like different assignments and different things that I need to get done for student teaching. And then once I graduate in December, I will just continue working as a teacher and have my license. So right now I am technically teaching without my teaching license because I'm still working towards it. But I'm so grateful that my administration is giving me that chance to do it, and that they're putting their trust in me, that even though I haven't graduated yet, I'm ready and I'm prepared to do this. I know that they are going to provide me with so much support, and I'm just so grateful. Like none of this feels real because it just feels like I just feel so blessed, and it feels like not something this good and something this exciting can't actually be happening. I mean, I've been daydreaming and like literally dreaming about setting up my classroom and like becoming a teacher for so long, and it's just so crazy that it's finally a reality. So I'm gonna repeat this. I've said it in previous videos, not in my classroom setup videos, but in my previous videos. I am still working on getting confident in front of the camera. I mean, I don't necessarily want to admit that I'm not fully confident because, I feel like by admitting that it draws attention to it. But the reason I admit it is because I am still working on learning how to edit things, and I am still working on learning, figuring out how much of my life do I want to share in these videos. And, it's like a step-by-step thing, but I just really wanted to come on here, introduce myself again, and just say how excited I am to finally be teaching. And I'm so grateful for all of you that tune in to watch the videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. I'm going to strive to post regularly, not only classroom setup videos, but share some of the things that I'm teaching and the different activities that I do with my students. This has just been a very exciting journey for me, and I hope that as I share it with you all, you can see my excitement and you can get excited for your journey, whether you are already a teacher or you're going to be a teacher or you're studying to be a teacher or even just thinking about it. So anyways, like I said, my name is Meredy and I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to make this the start of classroom setup day 4. I am at home right now and I am working on refurbishing a bulletin board. I have had this bulletin board since my very first semester of college. I took it to my first apartment and like my first you know, dorm with, I never really lived in dorms, but I took it to my very first apartment. I had the outside of it painted teal blue, and the bulletin board part was covered by different papers, like different scrapbook papers with like different designs. It was super cute, but I've had it the same for years now, and the paint started chipping and the paper was all torn. So I've taken the paper off and I have put one coat of paint on it, and I am going to continue refurbishing it, and I just thought that I would film some of it. So this is the bulletin board. You can see here, this is the color of paint that it used to be, and the whole thing was covered in scrapbook paper. So I took the scrapbook paper off and I have done one layer of paint. I have, it's called Coral Pink. So I just like that it's like a neutral color, and so no matter what I end up covering this part with, it's gonna match. And like if I ever change themes of my classroom, hopefully I won't have to repaint it. It doesn't take a long time to repaint, but anyways. So I've started painting it. And so I've got to get some more coats on it, and then I've got to decide what I want to cover this part with, because it is just like totally damaged. And so like there's little divots in it and everything everywhere. So I'm not gonna leave it uncovered, but I can't decide what I want to cover it with yet. But anyways, this is what I'm working on right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break from painting for a moment because it needs to dry before I can do a third coat. But I got a donation to my classroom from my friend Morgan, and like she just texted me and asked if she could make a donation, and so I sent her my Amazon wish list and she donated some stuff. And so since most of my stuff is at my classroom, but the stuff that she donated is here, I thought that I would show you guys. So I don't have any idea if Morgan watches my videos, but if you do, Morgan, thank you so much. I know I already said thank you, but I just really appreciate it, because any help that I can get to get everything I need for my classroom is so appreciated. It was such a huge blessing. So she got me a few things that I'm going to show you. She got me these stress balls. I wanted these because my school in the morning, we are going to do morning meetings like every single morning, and during morning meeting, like they're going to have a focus every day. So Monday is like mindful Monday, and Tuesday is, I think it's like, I can't remember what it is now. My brain just froze. But every day focuses on a different aspect of mindfulness and focus, and kind of preparing their brains and their minds for learning. And so I wanted these stress balls because I'm actually going to open one. Hold on. I wanted these stress balls because I feel like they will be so good for my students. I'm hoping I can get some other things that are like sensory. So on Mindful Monday, part of their morning meeting can be like they can come into the classroom, find a comfortable place to sit, whether that's in their desk or in the classroom library, or just, you know, sitting on the floor with their legs, you know, in the pretzel position or anything like that. And they can try and use these as a form of stress relief and focus. And I don't know, I know that it'll help me, so I'm really excited to see how it'll help my students. So thank you, Morgan, for the stress balls. She also got me these pens. They come in a variety of colors. They are supposed to be erasable. They were on Amazon and I had them on my wish list, and I like the way they write, but I don't know if it was the paper I tried them on, they would not erase. So I'm gonna try them on like lined paper when I get to my classroom and I actually have lined paper, because I mean, if they don't erase, at least they're still pens and I can use them. But so far I haven't been able to get them to erase, but they are very nice pens. They were on Amazon and I love the colors. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go through pens like crazy because I'm always losing pens and pencils. And so these will be very awesome to have. And then the last thing she got me is these like teacher stickers. I wanted these for my computer and my, sorry, that's probably really loud. I wanted these for my computer and my iPad and my water bottles. They're so cute. Like this one is a math one. This one says teach, love, inspire, you know, teach, read more. Like there's so many cute ones. I'm a teacher, what's your superpower? So I mean, I know for a fact that I'm not going to be able to use all of these, but you know, I'll share them with my mom and with some of the other teachers in my school. And oh, excuse me, some of them, if they don't say teach on them, I can, you know, use them for my students. Or if I have a student that wants to be a teacher, this one says future teacher, or I have classmates, you know, that might want that. Like, they're so cute, all of them. So I'm very excited about these. I'm going to be sticking them all over the place. So thank you so much, Morgan. I really, I'm just so appreciative. I'm just so grateful. So thank you. Then there's a couple things that I bought for myself. Well, let's see, I think, yeah, a couple things that I bought for myself. So I got these little mini erasers at Michael's. I've seen so many teachers on Instagram use these as a like prize for their students. These are so cute. They're like little pencils, and like this is a crayon and a globe. Oh, sorry. Globe, and then this one is like an apple. It's just so cute. And so I'm not 100% sure what I will use these for yet. If they were animals, I would maybe consider doing like desk pets, but they're not animals. And then I have this jar of them as well, and this one has some stars, or I guess that's the sun, and then it has stars, and then it has little smiley faces. They're so cute, and hearts, and oh, my favorite is the rainbow. So cute. So I bought those for myself. I know they're gonna be for my students. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with them, but I saw them and they were on sale, and I also had a coupon, and I was like, I'm just gonna get 2 jars of them. There are 250 of them in each jar, so I've got plenty of them. And so when I finally decide what I'm gonna use them for, they will be so nice to have. And then I don't know if like people have noticed, but in my previous like classroom setup videos, maybe you guys have seen it, my theme for my classroom is simply watercolors. I wanted a bright, colorful classroom, but I didn't want to do like neon colors. I did not want to overwhelm my students. I don't want any student to come in my classroom and be like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on, I'm distracted. Like, I don't want to distract them from their learning, but I wanted it to be colorful. So I've been using watercolors. And when I was at Walmart the other day, I found this. It is a binder, right? Obviously, and it's got watercolor rainbows all over it, and I am obsessed with it. So obsessed. It's so cute. So I bought this for myself to use for my different lesson plans and like the different, excuse me, ow. Anyways, to use for my lesson plans, and I'm sure during like our PLC week, we're going to be getting a lot of handouts, a lot of pamphlets, a lot of different things, and those will all go in here to help me stay a little organized. In here, I have already started kind of prepping for my first like writing activity, and like I have a little meet the teacher handout for my students and their parents, and a letter from the teacher. I think I'm going to have those sitting out during back to school night, but I'm also going to email them out to parents. So I'm not going to give them all a hard copy, but I'll have those ones laminated or in a like protective sheet sitting out for parents to read and students to look at when they come into my classroom on back to school night. And then I also bought this because I love llamas. Fun fact about me, I love llamas. They are so cute. So I don't have any kids yet, but this is just a side note. When I do have kids, I'm going llama themed nursery all the way. I just love llamas. And I've incorporated them just a little bit into my classroom. I have a little llama like plant holder or candle holder in my classroom. And then I have this, and I have a stuffed llama named Abby the llama. There's a story behind that, but I can tell that another time. That is in my classroom library for students to hold when they're feeling anxious, or just when they're sitting reading a book in the library, they can hold on to Abby the llama. So I figured this would kind of be a cute little clipboard for me to use because llamas. So anyways, that is, oh sorry, it's like falling over. That is the stuff that I have here at my house. I haven't done any like classroom supply hauls or anything like that, but basically what I've done is anytime I've gotten any money, like for my birthday, for Christmas, for anything. My birthday was in June, so by the time my birthday came around, I already knew I had my teaching job, and like all I did was I was like, either buy something off my like classroom wish list or give me money because I need to buy stuff off my classroom wish list. So now I'm really on my wish list. I'm mostly just down to books because when I started collecting books, I mentioned this in my last video, when I started collecting books for my future classroom, I thought I would be teaching a younger grade. I always assumed I'd be teaching like kindergarten, first grade, or second grade. I did not think I would be teaching fourth grade. So I need to collect more books that are fourth grade reading level. And so I have a ton of them on my classroom wish list. I will put my wish list in the link in the notes below, but please do not feel any pressure to buy me stuff. Like, I will figure out a way to get it. I mean, I have lots of family and friends who are willing to donate, and like any chance I get, I'm ordering stuff. And I know that it's not necessarily a necessity that I have these things. Like, I have all the necessities. Everything that's on my wish list are just things that they would be so nice to have. So if you can and you would like to, I will put the link down there for you. But honestly, I'm just grateful that you're here and you're watching this video. Anyways, moving on, I am going to see if this is dry enough to do a third coat of paint. And if not, I will, I don't know, watch a show or do something for an hour, and then I'll come back and paint the rest of it. And I will show you guys once I have all the coats of paint on it. I will show you guys, and then I'm trying to brainstorm what I'm going to use to cover the bulletin board part of it. I think I might just use the same bulletin board paper that I used in my classroom on my bulletin board that's on the wall, but I wouldn't be able to do that until tomorrow. So I will be back with an update soon. Okay, so this is not the update I thought I would be giving you, but I have my planner here and I decided to see if these pens would erase, and it works. Okay, I don't know how to show you guys. So like just I'll draw a squiggle, right? It actually works. You just have to like press kind of hard. It works. I love these pens. So anyways, I just got excited about that. All right, so I did a third coat on the bulletin board, and then I am done with classroom stuff for the day. This is not going to be the end of day 4. Day 4 will technically be tomorrow, but today's Sunday, and so I'm going to go do some stuff with my family, but I'll show you the bulletin board now that it has 3 coats on it. So I like the neutral color. However, it's like more pink than I was expecting. It really doesn't look pink in the camera, but in person it looks pink. Let's see if that, nope, that's still. So like in person it looks a lot more pink than it does on the camera, but it also might be the lighting in my room, in like the room that I'm in right now. But that's the color I chose, and now I just have to decide on a background. Good morning, everyone. Today is classroom setup day 4. I am so excited to be back in my classroom and to be filming more. I took a little break from classroom setup last week and went camping with my family for like half a week, and now I am so excited to be back here. I came in today with no idea of what I want to get done. I mean, like I brought in a couple things, and I obviously know, like I have a list going on in my head of things that I need to get done, but I don't have like an order or like a thing of like, I need to get these specific things done today, but I'm just gonna try and get things organized. So I'm gonna start with these shelves over here. I'm gonna move them into the corner because that's where they're gonna go. They're not gonna stay just sitting in the front of my room. So I'm gonna move those into the corner, and then I think someone from the school, like I don't know if it's the custodian or if we have a maintenance person, I don't know, they're gonna come and like bolt them into the wall. Every teacher is getting one of these. I mentioned in my previous video, in one of my previous videos, that our school got rid of their library, and instead they're dividing the library up into all the different classrooms, and the librarian is going to travel from classroom to classroom for library time. So those are my school's library shelves, and I'm going to move them into the corner so that they're just not sitting in the middle of the front of my room. And that's what I'm going to start with. So here we go. Okay, so we have a dilemma that if I slide this bookcase over far enough that it doesn't cover my classroom jobs, they're gonna overlap, and that is not going to work. So, like, I don't wanna have a ton of wasted space in that corner, but like, I don't know where else I could even put these bookshelves. Like, this is the only spot. I could maybe just say, actually, I only want one, because I don't know if I actually need 2 of them, but they've already given me 2. So maybe I'm going to have to move my classroom jobs elsewhere. Like maybe next to that whiteboard over there, but that might be a little too busy. I could do on the front of this cabinet there. Okay, classroom jobs are gonna get moved. Added to the to-do list. Okay, so I think it is going to work to have these bookshelves in this corner. I just had to scoot this one like over almost till it's like touching the flag, and then this one might like overlap the window just a teeny tiny bit, but so far like it's really not. So I think that'll be okay. But my classroom jobs has to move. I am gonna put that off for a minute because I don't know where I want to move it to, and so I'm gonna work on some other things, get some other things organized, and then come back to that. All right, so I brought my bulletin board that I painted yesterday into my classroom. I really like the color. It definitely, like I mentioned earlier, looks more pink in person than it does on the camera. But that's okay because I have lots of pink in my room, so it still matches. I am going to use the same paper I used for that bulletin board back there, and I'm going to cover this. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah. I didn't have an X-Acto knife to cut around the edges, so I had to use scissors, and it looks good everywhere except for like this corner, this little corner. Other than that though, like I don't think you can really tell that the trimming around the paper is not exact, and I think it looks so cute. Now it's time to hang it up. I got these shelves more organized, was able to put more of the stuff that I brought into them, and everything that's currently in there is stuff that I know for a fact I will use. Now all the stuff that I don't know like what it is, or I don't know if I'll use it, is out just like on desks. There's a lot of stuff that I believe is for the units that I'm going to be teaching, and I have access to those, but I obviously don't have them like memorized yet because I haven't taught them and it's still new to me. So I am gonna finish organizing my like rainbow table area, and then I'm going to move all of the curriculum stuff that was in those cupboards onto the rainbow table. And whether I do it today or another day this week, I'm gonna go through like pull up the lessons and all the units and go through and see what I actually need, because I don't want to store a bunch of stuff that's no longer used, but I don't want to throw anything away that's going to save me time later. So right now I'm gonna work on organizing the rainbow table a little bit. So this is what my rainbow table looks like. These are whiteboards, and I was so afraid that they weren't going to work, and as I was like taking off the adhesive back and putting them on the table, I was like, crap, I really should have tested these before. But they work. I wrote on here and you can totally erase it. Like, look at this. If I write just a smiley face, you can just, sorry, the table's squeaky. I mean, I do think that I'll want to use like the Expo cleaner, because like you can totally tell that this is one that was written on. But if we clean them, sorry, my finger got in the way. If we clean them after each use, I think they'll work great. So I can use them, you know, as they can use them as like scratch paper when we're doing work back here at the table. I don't know how often I'll actually need a student at each spot, right? Because that might be a little crowded, but occasionally it'll happen. So they'll have to bring over their chairs from their desk when they come back here, because there wasn't any chairs or stools in the classroom for the table back here. If I can find available stools, I'm definitely going to steal them and just shorten them so that they're the length that we need for here. But also, it really won't take the students that long to just grab their chair and bring it over with them. So that will work. Yeah, so now I'm going to bring over all of the curriculum that I'm going to need to go through and just set it on this back table so that it's in one place and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I have all the curriculum back here. It's gonna stay there for now. And now I'm trying to decide what I want to work on. I gotta go to like the list in my phone and see what I have on there and decide. But so far, I've got all of my curriculum on there. My library, I cleaned up. I had a bunch of empty boxes in there. It's over there. Like, they're out of the way now, so it's not over there anymore. This is all still stuff that I'm like unsure if I'm gonna keep. Those are the boxes right next to the recycling bin. I still have to organize my desk because it is a mess right now. So I have a few things that I obviously still need to do, but I'm just trying to decide what to do. So I decided I'm going to put the labels up in my library. Initially we were gonna stick them on the front, but they're gonna be in the way. So instead we're gonna put them here, but the students will be able to see them as they are looking for the books. So I think it will work out. I got all of my labels on the bookshelves. You can see when you come up to the bookshelves, they're very easy to read. I mean, like, you can't really tell from this angle, but as soon as you like actually walk up to the bookshelves, you're able to read the different labels. I had a couple labels that I made that I don't have the books for, but my whole classroom wish list is basically books. So hopefully I will get more books to fill out that shelf more, and even this shelf a little more, but I think it's off to a good start. On this shelf, I mostly just have my holiday books and any books that like are a series or that I have multiple of. And then on this shelf, I just have all of my chapter books, graphic novels, fiction, nonfiction, fairy tales, mystery. Like, I tried to use all the labels that I could, but I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure about them, like about the labels I have or about how I organized my books, but I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to see how it works with my students. And if next year I need to change them and do something different, I will. But that's what I'm doing for now. I just realized I didn't put that one up, so I'm going to. But yeah. Oh, and when I was sorting the books, I was sorting them like between just like normal chapter books and graphic novels. So I took a break to eat some lunch, and then while I was eating lunch, I decided to start looking over like the program we use for our lessons. So I started going over the language arts lessons because I will be teaching language arts and science, and the other fourth grade teacher is going to be teaching social studies and math. But I decided to like look through the lessons, and I realized that I need to have a word wall. I didn't think about it because I was like, oh, it's fourth grade, we probably don't have a word wall anymore. But the lessons like explicitly say to add things to the word wall so that they can continue to be a resource for the students. So I think I decided where I'm going to put the word wall, but I'm not going to do that today just because it's going to take a long time and it's already almost 3 o'clock. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to do a couple more things before I leave, and then I am going to come back tomorrow and work on moving some things around so that I can add in that word wall. And I've made a whole to-do list. So I'm just going to knock off like 2 of the things that are on this to-do list and then call it good for today. The first thing I'm going to do is move these 2 like paper sorters into the cupboards. I just think that this just looks really busy. Like I hate clutter. I can't focus when it's cluttered, and this feels cluttered to me. So I'm gonna see if I can move them into the closet so that I can still use them to help organize my things, but that way I don't feel like overwhelmed feeling like my desk is really cluttered. Okay, it is now 5:17. I was not planning on staying here that much longer. Like I said, like it was almost 3 o'clock and I was literally gonna do like one more thing. But my co-teacher ended up coming to the school, and she and I ended up talking about curriculum, and I helped her do some things in her classroom. So I got a little distracted, but it was all for very good reason. I did still do like one more thing in my room. So I will show you what that is and what my room currently looks like, and then I'm going to be done for the day. So I moved my classroom jobs to right here. It's just right inside my door because, sorry, I don't want to spin too fast to make you all dizzy. It was right there by the board, but there's not enough room to have it there with the 2 shelves there. So I moved that. And that's what I did after I got done talking with my co-teacher. And now I'm gonna go home, but let me show you what my room looks like. I have my rug right inside the door, and then I'm gonna keep the hand sanitizers there, but they're not gonna just be out like that. I'm gonna get a bin to put them in. That hand sanitizer will stay on top, and I'm gonna have a computer here that has like my scan in stuff for when they take attendance. But for now, ring pops are sitting there. I have, it says welcome. It's really cute from the other side. It says welcome. And then I have my emotions check-in that the students will do every day as they come into school, my affirmation mirror, and then my rainbow table, a whiteboard, over into my classroom library, and then the front of the room. All of the books in that wagon will end up on those shelves eventually. But lots of progress was made today, I feel like. All right, so that is the state that my room is currently in. I feel like just getting those closets organized really helped me feel like I've made a lot of progress. I'm feeling a lot less anxious after talking to my co-teacher. It's gonna be so great. I'll have to tell you guys more about her. She's wonderful. She's been teaching for many years, so she's gonna be very helpful for me. And now I am ready to go home because I was gonna go home like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So that is the end of classroom setup day 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.